Hey guys, this is Mark Howard, author of the Griffin Legends fantasy novel series here. Thanks for joining me again. So today I want to talk to you about a post I made on Twitter here a little bit ago. I guess it's not called Twitter anymore, X. It might take me a while to get used to that. Anyway, so I made a post on X in which I said, not everyone can be the Lionheart, but we could certainly use more Lionhearts in the stories we tell. And I wanted to take a moment to expound on this idea here a little bit in this video and tell you about the main protagonist of my stories, Godfrey de Baston. When I set out to write the Griffin Legends series, I noticed that it was trending at the time and still trending today to a large extent, these morally gray protagonists, right? These anti-heroes, these people who make some good decisions, make some bad decisions, and in the end, it's all kind of meh gray, right? And while I can appreciate that in real life, there is a lot of gray, it's also worth acknowledging that there is a lot of good, right, on our far white end of our spectrum here. And we also have a lot of bad, black, right? And then, there's an argument about how much gray is in between or that kind of thing. Don't really care to get too much into that here right now. But it's fair to say that while there is more or less a lot of gray out there, there is also some black and some white that we have to deal with as far as our moral spectrum goes. And I wanted to write Godfrey as a good guy, as a morally upright person who wanted to do the right thing most of the time for the right reasons. Now, that's not to say that he's perfect. He certainly makes mistakes and sometimes messes up in really big ways, but that doesn't necessarily change his fundamental character of wanting to do the right thing most of the time here. And I've had a lot of fans who have actually really enjoyed that about Godfrey. I've gotten quite a bit of feedback from fans saying things to the effect of, "Thank you for letting the good guy be the good guy again." And so I'm glad that those of you out there who have commented on that you have you found my book and that you really enjoy that, because I certainly enjoy that too. Otherwise, I wouldn't be writing it, I guess. So yeah, while again, it's like we can look at real life and say that, okay, there's a lot of morally gray people out there, and I want to write a story that reflects this high level of moral grayness in real life. It's like, yeah, but there's also plenty of good guys out there too. Plenty of historical figures, like I mentioned, Richard the Lionheart, right? He is someone that not only did his own people love him, but even his enemies couldn't help but comment on the virtues of the Lionheart. And so I wanted a bit of that in my stories too, where our main protagonist would be someone we could get behind and say, yes, I want to be like that guy. And so, yeah, that's what I've got there. Now, I do want to also, for those of you who have not read my books yet, there are plenty of morally gray characters in my books, right? Not everyone is quite as heroic as Godfrey is, nor quite as villainous as some of our antagonists in the book, right? But yeah, I think that there's a fairly well-balanced mix of characters there, right? Some that act out of more or less self-interest there for a lot of the narrative, some who act out of the goodness of their hearts, and then there are people who genuinely act with ill intent, that seek to harm other people. And I think that that is perhaps the most realistic look at the human experience, right, as we're trying to paint a picture of what morality looks like in our lived real life world here, is to acknowledge that, yeah, there's a lot of gray, but there's also some things out there that most of us at least can agree on, yet, yeah, that's really good. And some other things that, again, 99% of us, unless you're crazy or a bad person yourself, might say, yep, that is really bad. We can all agree that this is not what we want to do. So anyway, thanks for joining me here for this video. Please spread the word, like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff there. If you have read my books and you really enjoy them, please take the opportunity to share my work with friends, family, all that kind of stuff there, right? It's been a real pleasure getting feedback from you guys, telling me how much you love my books, and then also telling me that you bought 3 copies to give out to your friends for Christmas and all that. So thanks again so much, guys, and we will catch you in our next video.